Let's talk about, some of the issues that you've been working on in Congress. And I agree with you on that. In the Senate, Senator Blackburn, I agree with you on that. But one of the big issues that you've been focused on, too, is also the Iran nuclear deal. Yes. And preventing President Biden, from circumventing the U.S. Senate to basically re-enter the deal again. And that's what this administration is trying to do. It's almost like they're trying to relive or revive Obama's legacy, right? I almost feel like everything that President Obama did when President Trump went in and just flipped it upside down and said, no, we're not going to do this anymore. We know Iran is a tyrannical nation. The money goes towards terrorism most of the time, feeding proxy wars all over the world. We're the target of Iran. What is going on right now in the Senate to try to prevent that? I think it's so important for Americans to understand this fight.
It is important to understand, because what the Biden administration is trying to do, what they're seeking to do, is to revive the Iran nuclear deal. And we know what happened with that. We all remember the pallets of cash being flown over to Iran. And as you said, that is money that goes into proxy wars. Iran is also trying to up the enrichment level on uranium that they are enriching, not using this for nuclear power, but using this for weaponry. So we believe that with the Iran nuclear deal during the Obama years, they found a way to circumvent Congress on this.
Right.
So this should be treated as a treaty, and it should be forced. We're forcing the issue of this coming to the Senate.
Do you think you're going to have enough to pass this?
We certainly are going to try, and we will not know until we try. I think there are people on each side of the aisle that now, in hindsight, looking at that Iran nuclear deal, realize that this should have been treated as a treaty.
Well, we know that the JCPOA, we know that people that were inspectors that were sent there could never actually inspect anything. It was always set up to just basically let Iran get away with whatever they wanted to get away with. I mean, no matter how anybody tries to explain it to me, every time I looked at the deal, every time we saw stories coming out of Iran, we were stunned, because once again, it was like the U.S. gave up everything. The world gives up everything. Iran gave up nothing. And now it looks like they could have it back again.
And it is horrifying to think that they could reposition themselves to the point that they would give Iran, lift sanctions, give Iran the power to operate, the power to enrich uranium. And Sarah, as you have heard me say, the new axis of evil, Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea. You have to look at the neighborhood that these guys are playing in, and you have to realize who their buddies are. These are not people that wish us well. So we ought not to do anything that is going to help them move forward. We should be holding them to account. And this is why we're saying this, if you're trying to do something with Iran, you have to bring it to the Senate. It has to withstand that vote for an up or down vote in the Senate.